My name is Veronica, and I'm going to be discussing today on why I think education should be free. I feel like we need to be providing high school graduates, regardless of their economy and their economic or social condition, or even financial condition, to have the opportunity to have a free college education that will, in essence, prepare them to succeed in what I would call a very competitive work place we have in general inside the United States. The first thing I want to touch on is college expenses. I feel like with college expenses, you have to think about rent. If you don't live on campus, you have to think about gas, getting there. If you don't have a car, so some of these students are coming right out of high school, and it took them a lot just to get into the college, but then they realize they have all these extra expenses. And I feel if we had a free college education, just in general, it would reduce the debt, economic struggle. I think the debt ratio is $1.77 trillion for every single college graduate inside the United States, which is very, very high. I found that on Statista.com. It gave me a reference of average university graduate debt levels in the United States from 2008 to 2003. It was a chart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you the chart. It's hard to really see it. But on the chart, it is saying that in 2008, it was a regular, $21,000. That's for 4 years. So for 4-year reference. And then it went all the way up to $30,000 in 2023. So this is 2025, but this was the most I could show on data. Yeah, the release date on this was like the 24th. So I guess it takes a while to release all that data and information, surveys that they do. And I feel it would help foster social justice. It would help economic growth. It would help civic participation. The inequalities of free education to us spending so much, and it aims to fix it, as allowing everyone to learn the skills that we need to learn to stand up for the economic, social justice fight of education. Why is it so expensive? I feel like quality education is a basic human right that can break down barriers, create opportunities for all individuals to achieve to their full potential. I guess the next would be, college expenses, lots of funds, is the number one cause for leading too many students not attending college after high school. I know I don't have $10,000 to $20,000 laying around, and I know it's hard to get that when, like myself, I'm in a one-income home. My husband takes care of everything, but then I work part-time, but it's not enough to really contribute to a household on the end. Best colleges, they say that 40% of people who attended a public college took out a student loan debt, and 63% of people who attended a private 4-year college took out debt. And I think it says in 2023 here, and this is on best colleges, was about 60% of graduate degree holders went in a check for their education, which I think It's a very, very high number. Um, admissions site. I haven't linked, but it says with college costs soaring in the U.S., the debate over making higher education free has been more relevant. Right now, it costs an average of $38,000 a year for a student to attend college, and this number has doubled since the early 2000s. Thanks to a tuition hike that's been steadily climbing at 4.1% each year now. I found this at the admissions site. There's another one, PGPF, and it says 10 key facts about student debt in the United States, which I found very interesting to argue the main point of why education should be free. Obviously, the first one is student debt has been rising steadily, which I found, already knew. We went over that chart. It just kept going up. That's 10,000 in 10 years. That's like 1,000 a year. It keeps going up. Student loan debt has been growing faster. More adults are burdened with student debt today after graduating, because they say it takes about an average of 20 years. Adults face a much higher burden of student debt than in the past. Borrowing for graduate student accounts for nearly one half of student loans issued every year. Most student debt is owed to the federal government, so I feel like if we eliminated that, we would eliminate that debt that's taken away from government assistance that we need in other areas of our life. And I feel like free education would just help economic growth and everything else. I feel that the benefits of all this, I feel it would boost student morale and inspire many new students to join that haven't at all. Higher accessibility to education. This would allow for a higher number of educated people to be able to approve, to keep climbing, and contribute to the workforce within itself. And I think it would offer way more technological advances in the world. And I think that I believe now more than ever that this college is a true necessity in life to make it debt-free, as it can open many doors and allow for an overall better future. And I don't think it's fair for others that have to miss out on these benefits due to lack of funds that the government had. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this all provided a perspective on free college education for all.